Hello, friend. How are you doing today? This is your transformation reading, and just as nature is always growing, changing, and transforming, you are also always in a state of continuous transformation. This reading is to help you identify where you currently are on your own journey and to help you move forward with grace and understanding as you deal with the challenges and growing pains that come with transformation. So let's go ahead and ask the oracle cards what it is that we are dealing with right now. And you're gonna be like, Kirsten, it's obvious, but I'm not here for the tip of the iceberg answer. I'm here for what's going on beneath the surface, for what's underneath the iceberg, what's still hidden in the ocean that's underneath the surface that's not as obvious. Because that's how we get to the root of the problem, so that way we don't have to face the same challenges over and over again. Friends. Okay. So the first thing I kind of got was an understanding that you have a community of people, and the community of people, it's not like a bad thing that you have this community of people. Let me get that right. But it's one of those things where it's because of that community of people who do love and care about you, you worry about who you are to them, and you're not allowing yourself to be yourself. You're holding yourself back because you're afraid to disappoint, because if you let yourself truly be seen, if you let yourself truly be known, then how are other people around you going to react? How are they going to behave? How are they going to handle the version of you that they don't know because you haven't been that person yet? And it's the precariousness of right here, of this bridge. It could be something that could build this bridge stronger, and the puzzle pieces could definitely work together. Or it could be something that takes it apart. And I get how scary that is. But here's the truth. They truly love you. They truly care about you. If you're your authentic self, they're going to love that part of you, and it's going to make it stronger. If you're your authentic self and they don't like it, at first they could just be adjusting to who you are, and that's okay. But if they still don't like it after that adjustment period, then they're not there to help you. Hopeful. Love this card because it comes through and it's that reminder that hope isn't just a fluffy thing. This jar is full of fireflies. I don't know if you've ever tried to capture fireflies, but they don't just magically land in the jar. You have to capture it and put it in the jar. That's what you have to do. So it's that reminder that every act towards the goal that you're trying to achieve is like putting a firefly in the jar. The more you get, the brighter it's going to be. But if you don't do anything and you just hold the jar open, nothing's going to happen. So stop just waiting for the change to happen. Start doing the actions. And then we got celebration. This card's coming through and it feels really chaotic today. And normally, this card has never had the same message twice. Let's be real here. Normally when I see something like this, it reminds me of a tarot card, and I talk about the tarot aspect of it. And I'm only bringing that up because it obviously looks like the Three of Cups. But I am not getting that message today whatsoever. I am feeling pure chaos, and like this celebration almost is too stimulating and not what you want. It's like the cup itself was all you wanted. You didn't necessarily want the fire and the overflowing and the bubbles and the celebration. You wanted something simpler. You wanted something small, because that reflects more of who you are. Not because you want to shrink or hide, but because that is where your true happiness is, and simple things and simplicity. And I get that. I'm the same way. I prefer to have simple things over flashy, showy things. So this celebration, instead of being a time of enjoyment, almost feels overwhelming and like it's stressful. And celebration shouldn't be stressful. I mean, the planning of it can be, but the actual celebration itself should not be stressful. It should be something that you'd want to give into, that you want to partake in because of what you did and what you've achieved. Then we got freedom, which is kind of what this whole reading has started about, was like you being yourself, you being authentic to yourself, you being true to yourself, because you're wanting this freedom. You're wanting to be yourself completely. You're wanting to just be you without restraints, without confines, without limitations, and I get that. But it's not something that you can do by staying in the same place over and over again. And I'm not talking about the physical location. I'm talking about you wearing the same mask. I'm talking about you listening to the same things. I'm talking about you saying the same things. I'm talking about you acting, behaving in the same way. You keep repeating what you're already doing. You're never going to be you. You need to make the changes that let you find your happiness, that let you explore, that let you be who you really are. And that takes change. That takes a little bit of work. So if you want this freedom, if you truly want to fly, if you truly want to feel ease and enlightenment with who you are, you gotta put some work into it. I want to know what's keeping us masked. I want to know what's keeping us in a place where we feel like we can't be the true, authentic versions of ourselves that we want to be. What happened that is holding us so tightly in place that we don't want to move forward? Three of Swords in its reverse position. That's disappointment. That's letdown. That's me understanding that you already tried and that there was a negative response. And because of that response, you've stayed in your shell. You've stayed clammed up. You have decided to not let your pearl shine. Here's the truth. That initial response had really nothing to do with you. And everything to do with the other people's perception of who they thought you should be. And the fact that you were being different is what caused the negative reaction. You're allowed to be yourself. Other people's responses and opinions to yourself shouldn't dictate who you are. As long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, be you. And yeah, it's not going to make everyone comfortable at first because they have a perceived version of you. When you start to change that, they don't know how to handle that. But that's a them problem and not a you problem. Then we got the Death card. In its reverse position, which means that this change has already taken effect. You've already started it. Not that you've already been taking the actions, but you've already been doing the mental work. You've already been asking and working, and now that things are starting to fall into place, that's where the scarce feeling is. That's where the uncertainty is. Because when you put this into motion, when you said, I want to be free, when you said, I want to be myself, when you said, I want to be me 100%, you declared something. You made a statement to the universe, and the universe responded. But there's a whole bunch of variables that you don't have control over. And that's a bit scary, and I get that. But know that it's already happening. You want to continue to be free. You need to continue to move. Allow the change to happen. And to let go of the things that are no longer serving you. Don't feel like you have to keep being who you're not to appease other people when you know it's not you. Let go of that version of you and let them mourn that version of you. Then we got the Chariot, which is assured victory. You're moving forward. It's success. You got this. The Chariot isn't stopping for anybody. The Chariot is moving forward always. Because the Chariot is you and your spirit knowing what you're going for is worth it. And you're going to do it. You just have to do the actions. You have to make it work. And then we have the Ten of Swords in its reverse position, which is how you want the Ten of Swords. You want it reversed. Ten of Swords is coming through and saying that that old version of you is done. It's done. It's gone. It's not necessary. And all the thoughts and stories that have been holding you back no longer pertain to you. It's done. The karmic cycle is complete. Let it go. Be yourself. Stop worrying about how everyone else is going to react. They are going to react no matter what. So just start being you. Because the only one that's holding yourself back is you. Let's ask for some next steps. Because I feel like part of the answer has to do with what you're already doing or what you're planning on doing. But I feel like there's still something that's holding you back. Still something that just makes you feel like you can't. Even though everything's telling you you can, that you've started it, that the journey's already going. So let's ask, that's pretty much what we need for that confidence. Stretch. I love that. I mean, physically stretch. Allow yourself to stretch. Allow yourself to, like, you know, get comfortable in your skin, the new skin that you're wearing. But also, allow your mind to stretch. Allow your imagination to stretch. Allow yourself to ease into it and not force it. Give yourself the ability to just push your limit a little more, your personal limit, a little more to yourself, to who you are. And then if at that point it feels a little discomforting, that's fine, you can stay there. Or you can back up a little bit, but don't back up all the way. Don't go back to your original position. So, stretch. Core. Ooh, I love the visual of this card. Because we've talked about being yourself 100%, right? Core is who you are, authentically, 100%. But look at how this person is lighting up from within. When you are being yourself 100%, you are lighting up this way. You are being seen and you are being you 100%. And that's a beautiful thing. But some people would rather, you know, put a cloak around you. Some people would rather say, no, don't do that. Because of something inside of them that is scared. Not because of something that you're doing. Because something inside of them that makes them nervous because they don't think that they can do what you're doing. So don't hold yourself back just because of other people. That has been the general theme of this reading so far. Dependability. Again, another card that typically comes with a positive message. It's actually that the fact that you are dependable is what's making this hard. The fact that people typically know what to expect from you is making this hard because you're trying to break those limits. You're trying to break those stories. You're trying to break those barriers. You're trying to be you 100%. And that person, that version of you, yes, people can rely on you, but they can no longer depend on you being the version of you that you used to be. Stop giving in to what other people's notions or needs are and start just being you. People shouldn't have to depend on you being one version of yourself in order to stay happy. They should love you authentically for who you are. And if they don't, then that's something that you need to consider and how you're going to handle that. Alchemy. Ooh. Give me this card. I love how, like, that hand in alchemy literally resembles core here. But alchemy just goes a bit further. And it's that reminder to create, to be, to do. The chariot also kind of reminds me of alchemy in the sense too. Because the chariot's moving forward. The chariot knows it's going to win. It knows its goal. It knows exactly where it's going. And alchemy is that same force. That same ability to create, to do, to express as you need to. With your own hands, with your own actions, with you being you, with you being that sun, with you being that brightness. We're tired of dimming. It's time for you to shine. So now let's ask for some encouragement. Some encouragement to help us remember that it's okay to shine, that it's okay to be different than what other people expect us to be. Even if they're our loved ones, even if they're our friends, it's okay to be ourselves. It's okay to be the real version that we are. As long as we're not hurting somebody else, as long as we're not hurting somebody else or ourselves, know that it's okay to be you. Let it be messy. 100%. Let it be messy. It's okay. You being yourself is going to be a constant back and forth between the old you and the new you until you start to accept the new you, until you start to understand the new skin, until you no longer are stretching and you're finding your new, your new version of you. So let it be messy. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be you. And whatever you show up as, that's good enough. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. Like, that's pretty straightforward. And you need to understand that you worrying about other people instead of worrying about how you're hurting yourself by not being yourself is in your head. So let's just start flying. Let's just start flying and be free. Because as long as you're in your head, you're in that cage, you are not flying. Small wins matter. This is huge. This is huge in every aspect of your life. Because look at this path, okay? These small steps, they keep going, they keep going, and they keep going, and they get you further along the way. So any small way that you can be yourself, any small little win that you can take it. Even if it's just that you wore a different color than what you would normally wear, take that as a win. Go with it. Even if it's that you did your hair differently, take that. Go with a win. Just use it. Even if it's that you said the funny comment that you thought that you normally would never say in the past, and that's the only thing you did that day, take it. Go with it. Because the more you do those small things, the more you get those small wins, the further you go. And the further you go, the more you're going to be yourself. Ooh, protect your vision. Realize it says protect your vision. That this glass is around your vision, your goal. Not you. It's not containing you. It's not keeping you. It's not putting you on a pedestal. It's just that you're protecting your vision. That you're not letting other people take it away from you. That you're not letting others stop you. Because the dependability card, that's other people stopping you because they're depending on you to be somebody. That's them putting a cloth over your vision, and that's not what we want. Other people trying to hold you back because they don't know this new version of you, that's them putting a cloth over this glass. Protect your vision. Be you. Let it be messy. It's okay. Just start doing it now. And you're gonna do it. I know you are. You've made it to the end of this reading, and your heart has heard every word. As your heart has heard every word, it knows that the path is going to be true and that it's going to succeed. But it's about you believing in yourself. And if you can't believe in yourself, let me believe in yourself for you. Let me do the believing. Because I know you can do this. You're an amazing person. You just have to start doing. And slow by slow, it's going to get easier. This is your reading for today. Feel free to let me know what's resonated in the comments below. I want you to know that you're going to do this, and that I'm really excited to hear your success story, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye-bye.